Cowboys Nation. How the hell y'all feeling right now?
Yo, this is Neville Gallimore from the Dallas Cowboys, and I want to give a major shout out to Mike Tag. Keep bringing the hype to the Cowboys Nation. We love and appreciate it. Now, can you dig it?
We got Eugene, the hit machine, Dallas Cowboy on the
What is up, Cowboys Nation? I apologize. You see, your boy is still in the confines of a hotel room. I had some functions coming up, so I am still in Dallas. Some say it's for work. Some say it's I need to make sure we're focused and everything is on the up and up to make sure we got no slip ups or hiccups going into the big game against the 49ers. So hopefully I see some people in chat. Some people are up late, so I appreciate it. El Fuego, what are you nailed them except for the Texans who I went against. What do you got? You got all your picks right. You making some money, hopefully. But can you guys hear me okay? That's the most important thing. That's a bad thing when you go in by yourself. I don't have my sidekick, Jimmy D, Kelly. So it's going to be a little bit of a funky week for me. I'm going to be in Dallas until Friday. So going to try and do some of these shows, but I wouldn't have been doing a good service if I didn't get on here, talk about that game, talk about this is what I do when I get, I don't know if you guys can see it, when I get these towels, I put the date on it, put the score of the beatdown, and I've been fortunate to see a lot of these beatdowns, so I appreciate it. Sound is good, but yeah, definitely this is going to be a little different for me being in a hotel, but it was such a good game. I was there. I got to first thank all of Cowboys Nation. I had such a good time, man, hanging out with everyone. I'm not going to be the best in names, but you guys know who you are, man. I had a gentleman buy me a shot, went to a bar, and he next thing you know, waitress came over and said, "Hey, man, this guy wants to get you a shot." So had a good time with him, talked a little bit with him, ran into the Walmart, that Walmart across the stadium. Had someone else stop by to say hello, appreciate the work that we're doing, and definitely get a picture. And then, Philip from Germany, guys. We had a guy from Germany, him and his, I can't say wife, but his girlfriend of 9 years or 8 years, Emily. We ended up hanging out, and it was just such a good weekend. And to see Cowboys, and that's why I say we're America's team. If you saw me post it, it was such a good week. And then, of course, the emotions riding high with Zeke's return. You know how I feel about Zeke. Love Zeke. Had an opportunity to see his mom. She came out to the tailgate, was walking out as kind of we were walking in. So hopefully it worked out. So it was just such a great week, and it's what I tell people, man. It's the best part about being a Cowboys fan is interacting with everyone. The game is just icing on the cake, and that was some good icing. Let's just talk about it. New England Patriots. Everyone came in saying, right, what do you guys think? Everyone's saying, oh, the Cowboys are in trouble. This and everyone overreacts every week. I'm sure there's going to be some overreaction on how we perform this week, but the media, of course, isn't going to give us no love. They're going to say, well, you guys didn't play anybody. The same excuse they use after we beat the hell out of a team. They always end up being nobody, but we dismantled them. We gave Belichick his worst loss in the history of his coaching. So we did a pretty damn good job. That's right, El Savage. EJ Savage, 38-3. We whooped them down. It was awesome. And your boy was there. So let's think about it. The last 3 games I've been to, 38-3, 40-0. And what was the playoff game? Was it 31-14, 34-14, whatever it was in Tampa Bay? So bottom line is when your boy's there, an ass whooping's coming. So maybe I need to go to San Francisco because that's the game that we're definitely looking at. But yeah, Deron Bland easily. I don't even think we need to do any. We don't even need to do any voting when it comes to that. We just go ahead
wake up to win, and they don't understand nothing else. They're not all about glamour. They're not all about the women, the girl. Give me somebody that's hungry. Give me somebody that's hungry. I need somebody.
Well, I tell you right now, Deron Bland is hungry as hell. And I tell you what, that defense was hungry. And that's what we wanted to see. But, you know, a lot of people were panicking, man. A lot of people were panicking, trying to figure out what's going on with, you know, if Diggs' injury, did that play a part in Arizona? And I mean, bottom line is the Arizona game, we're not going to talk about it, but the team didn't show up. And that's unfortunate that that happened. But you know, those things kind of happen. I mean, I've had a few people in chat bring up games where some of these, you know, top teams, the Chiefs lost to the Colts. I mean, you go back every year, there's one of these top teams that end up laying an egg. And I thought this team was kind of past that point, but it just goes to show you if you're not ready to play against an NFL team, you're going to end up losing. So I think they righted the wrong. I said they needed to make a statement. They made a statement. I think, you know, I don't know your guys' opinion. I thought that was one of the best games that Dak Prescott played. I thought he's very smart with the football. He didn't take any unnecessary risks, moved around in the pocket, distributed the ball to I don't know how many different receivers. Ferguson, I think, had 7 catches. CD had 4 catches. I think Gallup had 4 or 5 catches. Cooks had 4. Everyone got involved. Pollard ran the ball well when he needed to. So everything seemed like it was working well. Now, again, your boy's at the game, so I don't get the views and I don't get the replays and I don't get that. So if there's something I'm missing, maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but it looked like everything offensively was what you wanted to see. So it looked like they played very well. One of the things that's going to come up is the red zone. So, you know, yeah, I got to be careful because I don't want to sound too much like a homer, but I think sometimes, and I don't think this was the case in this game. Maybe it was, depending on the game. I didn't go back and rewatch it, but it seems like they've been overly cautious sometimes because they've had big leads, and maybe that has something to do with the red zone woes. But I know it's something McCarthy's talked about. Is that it's going to be about till week 5 till everything kind of gets rolling. The offense always tends to be a little bit slower installing a new system and change, not really a whole new system, but changing things a little bit. So week 5 is here. The timing is perfect because we got San Francisco and it's going to be a fun time. So again, if you guys are rewatching this, because again, I'm doing it really late. So I know some of my boys are loyal and they're staying up late, but any of you guys that are rewatching this, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, share, all that kind of good stuff if you're watching it tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. So all you guys are with me hanging, make sure you hit that like button because that helps your brother out and makes sure that this thing kind of keeps in that rotation. So the thing that's coming up, let's see. This is what I want to talk about, Purdy. So Purdy, I don't know if he's ever been tested. And I think the closest thing to being tested was in the playoff game against us. Because really Philly, he was out. So he never really had a chance. So how did he do against us? He managed the game very well. He didn't turn the ball over, if my memory's right, in the playoffs. So I've got a steak dinner bet with my man Malik Rozier, former Miami Hurricane quarterback, of who's going to have the better year, Purdy or Dak. So this game is pretty important to answer that question. And I think the psyche, if you look at the psyche of this team, I think this game's pretty important. I looked, you know, when we kind of did those check the boxes, this is kind of where I had the Cowboys at. I had them at 3-1 going into this game. I thought they would overlook the Patriots looking ahead to the 49ers, but maybe they looked a little too early, looked ahead too early, and with the Cardinals. But I think this game is so important for the Cowboys' psyche. We've lost to them twice. They've heard about it. I mean, you saw the press conference with Dak Prescott. He had to hear about it. He had to be reminded about it. I mean, you're going, they're trying to, look forward, not look back. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they come out. Obviously, we always want to start out fast. And I think that's going to be important. But if you look at what the team did against New England, it's what we talked about, a statement game. The statement has to be made. They made it early. They made it often. They made it on defense. LVE, a lot of heat you guys gave, not you guys, but Cowboys Nation and a lot of critics gave LVE a lot of heat. He came out and balled out. He's been playing well. But again, with the linebackers, it's been a little tricky with some of the injuries. But I was on a show with Cam and Brian Broaddus, and we talked about what Quinn likes to do with the linebackers and kind of using those safeties at linebackers and kind of what they're doing. So I wasn't as kind of concerned with one of when they cut Harper, but I know a lot of people are kind of concerned about that with the depth of linebackers. So let's just see let me see what the chat's going, because I'm just going to do in a chill mode. And yeah, we got the potential injury with Rico. I don't know if anyone's got an update on him. Heard it was a hip. I was listening to 105.3 this morning, and they just weren't 100% sure what his status is going to be for the weekend. Hopefully, he's good to go. Running back is definitely an area of depth concern if there's any long-term injuries to any of the running backs. Deuce has had the opportunities, but he's struggling. Let's see. I can't cut no corners. He hasn't looked as explosive as he did in preseason, and let's be fair, preseason he was playing against a lot of backups. So maybe I think they need to find a way to get him in space. Lipke, he scored his first touchdown, so good for him. I still haven't seen enough of him to give me total confidence as that sidekick to Pollard, because like I said, I think Pollard, he was leading the NFL in carries going into the game. They definitely slowed that down this game. I think he only had like 11 or 12 carries, so maybe he got off that. But we need to keep Pollard fresh the whole season, and more importantly, fresh for the playoffs. So I think they need to make sure they figure out what they want to do. Now, Rico's done a pretty good job, but they've got to get something going in that red zone with the running game to get that going. So let's see. Time for Purdy to get dirty. That's the thing. We haven't really messed him up that much. A little bit in the playoff game, but we need to put the pressure on him. We need to move Micah around and just have him come at all angles. But, one of the other guys, he's an unsung hero. He's my boy, and I'm wearing the 90 now. That's giving me some good vibes, and I couldn't continue to wear that jersey and until the Cowboys, if they ever lose, and I got to switch it up. That's what I do. So, but Tank Lawrence, man, he's been bringing it, doing all the dirty work, but he's going to be another guy that's going to be a key player, in order for Dallas to get over this hump and to get past San Francisco. But more importantly, on the defensive side, it's going to come on the offensive side. On the offensive side, we've got, I think I was watching, it's been 200. What was it? 200 days. I forgot the time, but it's been so long since the offensive line has been intact. All 5 starters that you predict to be the starters playing. And that's, it should happen Sunday. You got to think Tyron's going to be back. Tyler, there wasn't really any injuries on the line. So if Tyron comes back, this is going to be the first time in forever that the offensive line has been intact for a game. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because I think Tyron, I know he gets hurt. I know we can't count on him, but if we can count him on some important games like this one, I think he's still one of the best left tackles in the NFL. Make no mistake about it. Tyler Smith is the future, but man, he's balling out at guard. So it gets to a point is, do you move him? Do you leave him at guard and get another tackle? That remains to be seen, but we're going to see what happens. But again, this San Francisco week's going to be a lot of fun. And as you see, I'm in a hotel, so it's going to be, I'm not happy about it, because there's so many things that we're going to have planned with guests and get some 49er hate going and stuff like that. But your boy's got to earn his money too. So this job doesn't pay the bills unless you guys hit like, subscribe, and share more. But no, all kidding aside, is I got to get some stuff done. But I know Kelly will be on Wednesday. Uncle Cheech has his picks. He's going to be filling in where needed. We got the fantasy football show on Tuesday, so we got everything covered. We just need you guys to make sure you come out and support it. So let's see what we got in the chat. Giants are garbage. No, yeah, they are garbage. They're garbage. But the only thing that's pissing me off is the Seahawk defense and they just killed Daniel Jones. Well, I know they got a pick 6, like 97 yards, but I got my man Walker and DJ Metcalf, and they started out good, and then they've kind of gotten cold. So I need to see what's going on, because I'm about 10 points behind. And I need my man Walker, and I need DJ to get things going. Yeah, Patriots did a lot with Parsons. I mean, he still was getting the pressures. Yeah, he didn't get the sack numbers, but he was getting the pressures. So it's going to be, I think they'll be they're going to have to continue to move Parsons around. But that's where other guys step up. You saw Sam Williams step up. You saw um, Fowler step up. So that's what Parsons is going to open it up for the other guys. And how about some love for Mozzie Smith? And Hankins. I mean, hey, they weren't the problem. But Mozzie Smith played a solid game from what I could see as well. Again, I was at the game. You guys know how that goes, man. When you're there, you don't have the luxury of replay, so you can't really see anything. So it's just kind of the feel of the game, and it just seemed like everything was going well on that front line. It looks like it felt like we dominated them. If we didn't, help your boy out and let me know. Martin has a bruised quad. That'll be fine. And I did a tour. So I was here all day, so I had time to kill. So I did another tour. So I don't know if you guys follow, for those who don't follow me on Twitter, I did a tour on Saturday. It was really cool. Dak Prescott was about 5 feet away from me. Mike McCarthy walked right by. Trey Lance, Cooper Rush, Osa, Sam Williams. I mean, that was one of the best tours because you got to see everything, and it was day before the game. So I highly recommend that. I think they had family day, so that might not be the norm, but there was a lot of Cowboys there. But I went today. I went this morning at 9:50. Time to kill. Say, hey, might as well go do a tour. And there, man, it was everyone. I saw they had the weight room open, so all the guys were in there. Pollard was right in front of me. He was doing squats, right in front of the mirror. And I give those guys, man, they play a game, get beat up, man, and they're back in the weight room. They were out on the field, running drills and running sprints and getting their conditioning in. So I got to say that's pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool that these guys have that drive, have the mentality. They're in there working hard. So that made me feel good. It made me know, and they probably do it every week, but it still made me feel good walking in there knowing they know how important this game is against San Francisco. I don't care what anyone says. You're a liar if you don't admit it, but we all had this game circled on our calendar as soon as the date came out, not only because it was my birthday, because I'm sure you guys all give me some birthday wishes and some love, but it's a San Francisco game. So that's the most important one for me. And I tried to go back to the records of the Cowboys on October 8th after 1975 to see what their record is on my birthday. I remember they played the Green Bay Packers on October 8th in AT&T, and I don't know if we won or lost that game. I have a feeling we probably lost that game because that was probably around Aaron Rodgers, but maybe we won it. If one of you guys can look it up, let me know. But I think I know 100% we played the Packers on my birthday, and I have a feeling we lost. So anyway, yeah, couldn't take a picture. I know some people ask for pictures, and the thing is I'm not one of these crazy fans. I am crazy when I do the hype videos and do stuff, but I am respectful of players. I don't run up to them. I don't do any of that. So I probably wouldn't have taken pictures with them anyway, unless they were more forthcoming and were asking. So I get kind of weird with that kind of stuff. So what else we got going on here? Daniel Jones been sacked 8 or 9 times. Yeah, that made me feel good for Seattle. Seattle, they've been kind of up and down, but maybe they got some stuff going. He had, I mean, I want to say it was 2-2, so it was 225 and something. It was probably like maybe 300, something like that. They were probably going easy. I know he had 245s on either side, so I know it definitely was 225, but I thought he might have had either 35 on there as well. But I'm sure they can squat. He could probably squat a hell of a lot more if he wants to. But anyway, let's see. Parsons, Bell, Armstrong will cover Purdy. No pressure now. Gilmore, Bland, a few others will cover. That's the thing is the 49ers, and we're going to get into it more this week. I don't want to get too much into the 49ers, but they pose a lot of problems for us. Now, we pose a lot of problems for them as well. That's why it's going to be one of those games where it's limit the mistakes, but we've got to get pressure on Purdy. We've got to get in his face. We've got to make him very uncomfortable. There you go. I knew Mike would. He's like the encyclopedia for Cowboys. So 35-31, we lost the game. So if that was 2017, that means 2014 or 2015, they must have played another game on my birthday. So hopefully they won that one. If I find out we lost that one, I'm going to have to keep going back because I need to make sure we won on my birthday. Otherwise, I won't sleep all week because I'll be panicking thinking that it's going to be my fault. You guys know me by now. I'm very superstitious, and that wouldn't be very good. Let's see. Dabo tossed the tablet at the bench next to DJ. Yeah, but if you guys are loyal to the show, let's just be honest with each other. Give credit where credit is due. I told everyone, Giants, I wasn't buying into the hype. I thought everything happened to them. It was lightning in the bottle. Everything was going good. So I don't I don't necessarily, I don't buy it. And I knew they were overrated. So anyway, that's the deal with them. So more importantly, on my on my lucky towel, I was going to do some giveaways. I don't know if I did it last year. If any of you guys like these towels, I get so many of them. But put the date on there. Your boy will even sign it for you if you want, and maybe do a giveaway for San Francisco if you guys like these cool towels. And put them in the Cowboys cave, in your own Cowboys cave. I got like a 50 or 60 of them. So if we want to do that, maybe we'll do a giveaway there. And then hopefully, I was supposed to meet my man Eugene today, but he had some doctor's appointments. But I got a few pictures. I hopefully get him to sign those, and maybe do some giveaways as well on the show to make sure. I always give back to the place that's so good to me, and that's Cowboys Cave. So the other thing was cool was I ran into so many people. And I always ask them, hey, man, you check out our YouTube channel. We got Kelly, myself, and Jimmy, and a whole crew. And a lot of people still do not know that we have a YouTube channel, even though we have all these followers and supporters. So definitely, if you guys know a Cowboys fan, tell them. Say, hey, man, check out the Cowboys Cave. My wife, I'll give her so much praise and love. We got these little cards, and she handed them out, talking to people all around the stadium. So if you're new to the channel because of that, make sure you put that in a comment, because I'll send you something pretty special too, because I do appreciate that. But anytime you guys support the channel, it's always cool. So let's see. I'm sending some jerseys for Micah to sign. He heard I was too chicken to ask for signatures, so he told me to send them. That's pretty cool. Micah Parsons is probably one of the coolest guys, man. You see what he does. I saw him. It seems like every week on his podcast, which I wish he would do off season instead of in season. But anything he does, he interacts with the fans better than anyone I've ever seen. I know with Jay Tuck, he had told Jay Tuck to send a jersey, and he signed it for him. I know so many other people he's done it. I know he's reached out to different content creators that have done stuff. I mean, shoot, he retweeted one of my hype videos. I think it was either his rookie season, first start, and ended up going viral. I got on the news. They did a story on me and this and that. So he's one who loves his fans. He loves the Cowboy Nation. So it's always he's just one of those special guys, man, on the field and off the field. Yeah, he's on Twitch a lot. I'm not on that. Maybe I need to figure it out, because I do know that he shows a lot of love on Twitch to his fans. So anyway, thoughts on the New England game, and then I'll just kind of wrap it up. A lot of things, positive you take from it. Obviously, the defense showed up. Defense answered the bell. Now, the important thing is we can't have those Cardinal games again. I'm looking at the schedule. We've got New England we took care of. Now we've got San Francisco. You got Monday against San Diego. Do we get the bye week, and then the Rams, and then the Eagles? So the Rams are no pushover. It's not going to be a cakewalk. The Rams they're going to be a tough football team. We should beat them, obviously. But we've got a stretch of games where we're going to be tested, and there's going to be no point that we should have any comfort, any relaxation, any of that kind of stuff. So be pretty focused and ready to deliver. So let's see. Is the game over? Monday Night Football. See, that's what happens when you're in Central Time. Usually it's like 12:30, but yeah, it's only 11:30. Cowboys and 49ers definitely need the best high video. I'm working on it, man. I got a lot of things in my mind, got a lot of things to say. So we're going to don't worry, I'll get you guys taken care of. We're going to have some fun, and it's going to be maybe an extra, maybe a little longer hype video. Maybe we'll kind of figure it out, but I got to let everything come natural. So I'm in Dallas. Like I told you guys, I'm here all week. So I'm going to be able to absorb all the noise, all the local TV, all the local crap, all the local radio, all that stuff. So it's going to be good. It's going to be a lot of fun, but we'll be getting it. Yeah. To Rams, 12 o'clock. I sold those tickets. I'm not getting my ass up at 12 o'clock for no football game this year. I'm still on fumes. I had to take my wife and friends, and shout out to Rosa. I got to show her love. She was the Patriots fan that you guys saw in my post game video. She was a good sport. I've been friends with them. They're like family. Been friends with them a very long time. And her and her husband Tony. So they came out, wanted to show them the full 5-star treatment of the Cowboys Cave and Cowboys Nation. You guys did it. We had a great time. Went all over the place. It's like I tell people, it's like when I go to the games, when I come out here, I go all in. I mean, flight. I land at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever it is. Mark will tell you, we go get some breakfast, got a little routine, go to the stadium, try and maybe do a little pregame hype video, get the vibe going good. Then we go hit some lunch, maybe go up to Frisco, then come back, Texas Live, bomb shot. I mean, you're running from, I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning. We don't go to bed till 1 o'clock. And then you got the game on Sunday. And depending on when the game is, you get stuff rolling all over again. My wife and I were at Walmart at like 7:30 in the morning. So on game day. So it is a full weekend. So someone in Twitter, like, man, you got all this free time, man. What do you do for a living that you can do it? Well, it looks that way, but it's not, because I'm leaving Saturday morning so early. So I'm working Friday, and then I get home on the first flight back on Monday. So I land at 9:30. I'm working by 10. So it isn't as easy as you think. It's actually a lot of time away, crammed into one time that I need to sleep. And now some people think I'm vacationing in Dallas, so I'm not. I'm working. So it is, pimping ain't easy, but it's, I do the best I can. So anyway, that's kind of like interviews of Mike Tagg's world. It's sometimes on Twitter, and you guys have friends on Facebook, and it seems like they got the perfect life, and they do this and they do that and they do all these crazy things, and then in reality, it's totally different. That's the same too. I work all week, and I probably put in 60 hours a week at work, and then I'm doing the podcast at night. So everything gets sacrificed. That's why sometimes you see me a little tired. Sometimes you see me a little cranky. Sometimes you see me hyped, but I do it because I love it. A lot of the times is when my kids are getting older, I used to do all the, coaching and participation in all their sports. And now that's kind of moving on, except for Eva's doing her cheer. And she had her flag football powder puff game, which Dad missed. Not too happy about that, but she did really good. And it was a lot of fun. I was able to see some videos. So there's always sacrifices made, not only by me, but anyone who's doing this content for you guys, man. It's a lot of work, but I love it. So that's what I do. Let's see here. Yeah, it ain't easy, man. It ain't easy. So still say, yeah. I mean, that's a look at Mark. I mean, we tailgated on 9/17. It's October 2nd. My man Mark is still recovering. I saw him Sunday, and then he disappeared. It's like he was hanging out. I thought he might have been sleeping in his truck. He didn't even see the game. So hopefully he made the game. And more importantly, hopefully he has my German ketchup that my man Philip brought all the way from Germany. He brought, I wish I should have had the box. Actually, I'm using it to stand on. This is the thing with Cowboys Nation. My man Philip brought me a gift. He brought me some German candies, and he also brought me a special German Cowboys Nation mug. And I'm just telling you, as Cowboys Nation, it's the world's team. So if you saw the video, we did that with Mrs. Elliott, Zeke's mom, kind of like a shout out to Germany. It ends up on their TV. So it's a lot of fun. What's up, Vince? Appreciate you hopping in late. I kind of said it's a late night, so I'm gonna be wrapping it up in like 2 seconds. So what does it say? Next time I say, if it ain't trickling, you got it. No, man, you know how it rolls, man. I'm South Florida 305, so that's how we do things. But anyway, so hey, just wanted to jump on here. Schedule again is going to be a little mixed up, so any support that you can give, if it's last minute, if things change, it's not that we're screwing things up, it's really on me. It's not anyone else. Or I'm screwing things up. It's I do have a work schedule. I do got some work stuff going on, and I'm not sure the timing of it. So might be some late videos, but we're gonna have some fun. Kelly will be on at Wednesday. We will be doing the Cowboys Cave 9 o'clock show Eastern, 8 p.m. Central on Wednesday. We're going to be breaking down that San Francisco game. If I pop in late or pop in early and got to pop out, Kelly can hold down the fort, and we'll talk. I think Eugene's planning on coming as well. So you get Eugene and Kelly. It might, I'm usually the calm one here. We get them two in it. We might be off the air. So, but more importantly, Tuesday, you're going to have if you haven't checked them out, man, Jason, Vince, Disco D, Mikey Tag, they do the fantasy football, but they're also getting a lot of football. So make sure you check that out on Tuesday. That is 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Check all that stuff. So make sure you check it. Let me get these last chats. So let's see what we got here. Well, my old lady asked me the other day, who's my NFL team? I read the Dallas Steers. Oh, look at that. Yes, the Steers. It was. Now, would you be a fan if they were the Dallas Steers? And I got to think I don't know, because, again, I was a fan. My mom, got a Cowboy shirt or wherever we work. So she could have given me the Houston Oilers. I'd probably be a Houston Oilers fan. But I think there's something with the star. There's something with the star. It symbolizes so much. It's simple but powerful. And I think that's the cool thing, is like when you look at NFL, that's why the uniforms, I know so many people want to get do the black uniform and do this and do all these. I'm just saying I love the tradition of the Cowboys. I love the white. I love the blue. I love, I like the simplicity of the logo. I don't want to change anything all crazy. I do like the throwbacks, and I like the color rush. I mean, I like to change it, but I do like the tradition of the Cowboys. I think it's just something that's, I don't know, it's cool. Plus, it's blue and silver and white, which kind of goes with so many different colors, so it makes it easy to dress. I was telling people that, this weekend, I'm a Hurricane fan too, but you see, I don't wear a lot of Hurricane stuff because it's orange and green, and you're kind of limited on stuff. And I look better in navy and gray, so I stick with that. So yeah, it was either what was it? It was the Steers, and then it was the Rangers. That was the other one, the Dallas Rangers. But yeah, they got it right. They got it right with the Cowboys. I thought that was perfect. So anyway, hey, I'm gonna get out of here so I can get to bed. I got to work tomorrow. I got to get up at an early time to get started. So I wanted to pop in because I didn't want you guys to think that I was dissing you or forgetting about you. So we are hitting the goals of the channel, which means so much. It's been a lot of work and it's a lot of fun. So it's going to be a good time. Everything else will go on as scheduled. Monday got kind of screwed up. If I'm there, I'm there. If I'm not, you're in great, capable hands with the people that are going to be filling in. And if I'm not on Wednesday, I'm sure Kelly, we'll get a guest, or definitely Eugene Lockhart will be popping in. So it's going to get fun. And then with a game coming up, more than likely, I'm going to be doing some shows Saturday, do a show Sunday, game day. Make sure you guys are all hyped. Make sure we're getting ready. So Cowboys Nation, I appreciate you guys, the ones who stayed up late. If you're watching this, the next day or something, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. You guys have a great night. I do appreciate the ones who stayed up and saw it and say, hey, let me support my man Mike. I don't want him out here talking to nobody. I want to make sure he's talking to somebody. So you guys definitely, I appreciate it. So I will see you guys, if not, maybe tomorrow, Wednesday. Definitely not Thursday. That'll be late, but maybe Friday, definitely Saturday, definitely Sunday. We're going to have a lot of fun. So I'll leave you with this. You guys have a great evening. Appreciate you for tuning in.
Meeting is going to be commencing real soon because we're getting ready to get this party started. Can you feel me? Can you?